pulling out Commando out of my gaming case, first thing I think of is I've got to get to my shed. Jumping in with this machine, one of my favorite mechs, one of my favorite light mechs because of the duality of the role, something that we often only see in a specialized mech. Okay, let's jump in with the framework. Light mechs, low battle value, not a lot of tonnage, speed, maneuverability, jump capability is going to keep you alive. Often that leaves tonnage for a primary weapon, which is usually a medium laser. Solid. In terms of the inner sphere, medium laser is one of the best weapons out there versus range, damage, and heat. But often light mechs will only have one. And then you'll have a small secondary weapon. Machine guns, small lasers, SRM 2-pack. That's kind of the blueprint for a light mech. Now, there are some light mechs that, of course, are taken to the extreme in that we're going to take that tonnage and we're going to kind of put it into something special, something really, really fast. In terms of development, this might be, let's mount a PPC on it, where you're like, wait, you don't really start to see those arrive until we arrive on medium mechs or certainly heavy mechs, or like the Valkyrie, another favorite machine of mine. Let's take an LRM 10-pack and mount that on there, give it some good speed, mount secondary weapons, switch around that tonnage. So taking it in that direction. The Commando is not a scout mech, is not a fast mech with speed, although it's not slow, but it's not a specialized mech. It has an interesting combination of short-range missiles. This is stock, not the variants. You've got the 6, you've got the 4, and you have a medium laser. That packs some interesting punch. So the first way that I like to utilize this machine is a light mech hunter. Battle value. It's all battle value. You've got some light mechs that are either acting as spotters or running for mission objectives or just trying to outflank me. Yeah, I could pull off and take them out pretty easy if I take out some light mechs and send them your direction. But the battle value of those light mechs is not going to be utilized properly. Kind of think of it, I like to think of it this way. Although I'm not much of a math hammer type person, I'm more of a personal tabletop glory, go for glory. I understand the math hammer behind it. If you pull out some mechs or kind of watch a Battletech battle report game on YouTube, if you have an idea of the battle value of each machine or unit that's in play, and the idea if you're going to send 1,000 battle value off trying to chase down a 300 or 400 battle value unit, that's not being effectively utilized. You want to try and get the most done with the least amount. If my medium mech battle value is able to score a hit and take out your heavy battle value unit, your heavy mech, that's a massive win on battle value. So battle value is not just for purchasing mechs to kind of give a head-to-head, somewhat even game. It can also be used to make calculations and feed in and pipe in to Tactica. If I can send that light mech running around and you pull off half a lance, I can keep you busy 2 or 3 turns. I'm earning that battle value. I'm out there earning that battle value. So jumping in with that, the Commando is interesting because it's a low battle value, and against most light mechs, I say most because there's going to be a few that can fire back at it like a Jenner or completely just stay away like a Jenner. But for most light mechs, that Commando is going to put the hurt, because what's interesting is on these short-range missile packs, that spread becomes deadly on light mechs. Light mechs can only take a couple of hits in 1 or 2 locations from medium lasers or smaller. They get hit with a round or 2 of missiles and medium lasers. You're going to core through, you're going to burn through, blast stuff off, cripple stuff somewhere. And the sooner you cripple a light mech, yes, once light mechs tend to get crippled, then they're destroyed. But tactically, battle value, it works better if you cripple it, blow a leg off or something. Yes, they're still in the initiative game, but from that perspective there, you've taken that light mech out of the game and you can continue onward. Although I usually like to finish things off just for the initiative, but it has options. So right away, you've got a very, very interesting light mech hunter. Now, the Commando also, this is where we get into trouble. I get into trouble. The Commando wants to play like a shorter range medium mech. It's got some good firepower. To utilize that firepower, you need to be close in. The danger here against over-engaging or engaging bigger targets is you don't have the range modifiers, right? Commando, I don't want to be at range because I'm going to have to deal with your movement modifiers, potentially my movement modifiers. I don't want to put range in between us. I want to be up as close as possible to just fire off those missiles and get that optimal medium laser shot. I'm close to you, you're close to me. So I have to be careful I don't engage heavier than possible, despite the fact that the weapon systems it's got some bite. Commando's got some bite to it. So this second role that I find works really well, working in a lance, working with combined arms, working with other units. A hunchback and a commando work fantastic. Hunchy gets up there. Commando can kind of also engage. What can work for a low battle value 1-2 punch? And this is the duality. This is the interesting part of a light mech. Again, most light mechs are one of two roles. Fast scout or something kind of unique. Let's just strap on like a PPC or Irby. Let's just strap on an autocannon 20 for the lulls and see what can happen. The commando kind of rides both those worlds, has a foot in each one of those worlds. A very, very interesting machine.